Hey, good morning everyone. I want to share some exercises to kind of challenge you a little bit, but do some things on the ground that maybe gradually work our way so that we don't have to use support like this. Now, this can be considered support, but it also can be considered really advanced high-level training based on how you use it and how much points of stability we have and how much we put our body weight strictly on the ball versus the ground. If the ground's stable, the ball's not. Okay, so if we change our ratio of how much on the ball versus how much on the ground, we're going to be more or less stable. Okay, so let's say it's early in the morning, or maybe you're in a situation where you've had some difficulties with back pain, maybe some hip issues going on, maybe you've come off of surgery, maybe you've had some shoulder stuff going on. Ball's a great tool. Now, if you look at the ball that I have, it's not extremely hard, so I can condense this in pretty good. Sometimes when it's really hard, it's uncomfortable. It hurts the ribs, it hurts your abdominals to lay on it. So this is soft enough where I can lay on it, but it's not so soft that it just squishes down towards the ground. So I like to start out like this. And again, I'm a back pain sufferer. I've been great lately because I've been doing a lot of work to take care of it. But when I've had back pain, this was one of the tools. I would literally just lay over it, soft on my hands, soft on my knees, and I would just start to work progressions of getting my hips involved, which started to get some lumbar activation, and then eventually I would add my shoulders. So I would literally just start like this and go one leg at a time. Keeping my toe on the ground makes this a very low-level exercise for somebody advanced, but for somebody that's in back pain, or just maybe they've had knee surgery or hip surgery or lumbar surgery, and this is a great way to just progress it really easy. Now, eventually, what I want to do is I'm going to take that knee off the ground, I'm going to hold it isometrically, and I'm just going to elevate it a little bit. So now I'm working hip extension without getting lumbar motion, but I'm getting lumbar activation in an isometric sense, because now my low back is starting to feel it pretty good here in terms of turning on. And then I can start to go through full range of motion. So I'll bring my knee all the way in, keep my toe off the ground, and then I'll extend all the way in, back out. Then what I want to do, maybe I don't want to use my knees, and I want to really focus on hip and lumbar. So now I'm going to just drive up and right back down. So this is much more intense on the hip extension pattern versus when I go here, I'm also getting some really good hamstring isometrically, because if I keep it straight, the hamstring's actually not moving a ton other than the upper proximal region of it. But if I were doing it and flexing, then I'm getting more activation, obviously. So now I can start to add, I'm going to use my opposite leg so you can see my shoulder. I might just simply reach like this and just try to create straight lines. Straight line from my arm to my leg. I don't want to go way up here. I don't have to go way up there. I just want to keep moving comfortably. But now I'm starting to integrate my left shoulder, scapular, through my thoracic region, all the way down to my lumbar opposite side, and then to the opposite hip, and all the way down through the hamstring, okay? So I can start to progress that. Now, eventually, I might want to get rid of the ball, okay? So I'm just going to let the ball go, and now I'm going to do this from here. Once I feel like I can support myself and it doesn't bother my wrists or my knees, if maybe I have to get better padding, and now I'm just going to start here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift and extend, integrate and extend, maybe take hamstring out of it, lift this way, get good hip extension, and then back down. The whole time I'm trying to control my low back, okay? Now this is eventually going to lead us into, maybe I need to get more work in my hip and my back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a position of sitting on my heels, okay? Again, if I have knee pain and I can't do this, I might have to come up with a new strategy, but this doesn't bother me, okay? I'm comfortable here. Now what I'm going to do now, because I want to integrate hip and I want to integrate lumbar spine on this, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean forward and then stand up. Lean back, rock back into it. So I finish my hip extension, come forward into flexion, extend, sit, rock back. Now if you needed to, you could do this with the ball, okay? Because personally, this is how I figured this stuff out, is I would use the ball until my back felt good enough where I didn't need it, is I can just keep my hands on the ball. I can just roll forward, kind of help myself up, sit back, come back up, down, up and extend, back down, and then finish here. So there's a lot of progressions that you can use to make sure that you're feeling better. Get your back, get your hips, get your upper body if you need that as well, integrated. Now these are very, if we're going to talk about a healthy adult or a healthy athlete, these are fairly low level, but if you're not all the way healthy, if you're dealing with pain, or maybe you've come off surgery and you're just really, really weak, even if you don't have a ton of pain anymore, but you're so weak, these are great progressions. Maybe just put a pad under your knee so you protect it. These are outstanding. Start on the ball so you can just kind of feel your way through these motions and then just kind of keep adding as you go. It's about feeling good, it's about challenging yourself at your level, and then once you've accomplished it, then moving on to the next level. All right, hey guys, feel great, move a lot, keep yourself active, and you're gonna just enjoy everything that you're doing. Don't make it a chore, make it a challenge, and make it a problem that you have to solve, and that's how we keep learning and growing. Hey guys,